You might have noticed some red, green, or blue, yellow color fringes, especially towards the outer edges of your images and in areas of higher contrast. Now, this is typically a result from what's known as lateral chromatic aberration, and it's a relatively easy type of problem for ChromatAbb to fix. So let's select the window image and then use Command-R or Control-R in order to view it in Camera Raw. You might see some little red highlight here over the specular highlights. That's because you have your clipping warnings on. So if they are on and you see that, you can just click in the icon in the upper right of the histogram panel in order to toggle that off. Now, to make sure that we're really able to see the chromatic aberration in this image and to see it being removed, I'm going to kind of artificially add a bunch of saturation here. I just want to make sure that as we remove it, you're able to see it be removed. Now, let's zoom in to 100%, and then we're going to hold down the space bar and just move over to the side of our image. And in fact, I'm going to move all the way to the left side and all the way to the top of the image. This is the color fringing that I'm referring to. You can see that it's green on one side of this high contrast area, and then over here we can see the fringing of the magenta color. Likewise, down a little further, we see the magenta here and the green here. And again, those pixels are just not quite in alignment, and we can see obviously that they're more out of alignment the closer to the edge of the image we get. So in order to correct this, we just need to scoot over to the lens correction panel. We'll make sure that we've enabled the lens profile correction to get rid of any distortion in the image, and then click the color tab and choose to remove the chromatic aberration. We can see now that those misaligned pixels have now been corrected and we don't see that color fringing anymore. Now, if it doesn't completely remove the color fringing, you can come down to the defringe area. Although I will say the primary reason for this defringe area is to fix a different kind of chromatic aberration. And you'll know if you see this other kind of chromatic aberration because it will show itself as a purple-green fringe. And these fringes result from something totally different that's an axial chromatic aberration, and they're kind of beyond the scope of the fundamentals. Just know that if you see this purple to green shift in your images, especially around areas of high contrast, and not necessarily just on the edge of your images, this other kind of chromatic aberration can also occur in the center of your images. But you would use these sliders here in order to remove it. So for example, as you increase the purple amount, that's how much defringing you're removing. And then you can kind of redefine what purple is because it will vary a little bit from image to image. And you would redefine that by just sliding over the purple hue. And it would become very obvious as you move this purple hue over in your image, it would be correcting that purple to green fringe. All right, for now, we'll just turn that off because simply clicking on the check mark here removed the chromatic aberration in this image. In fact, we can tap the P key to turn on and off the preview. So that's before and that's after. Go ahead and click done. We can see that it's been updated here in Bridge. And there you have it, a fast and easy method to remove color artifacts along the edges of your images with manual overrides for those who want or need more control.